Welcome to ASMR Storytelling, a storyteller's mindful reflections. You don't need to watch, just listen. This story is meant to be enjoyed quietly, with your eyes open or closed, whenever you're ready to rest. There's nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to go. Just allow the sound of my voice to keep you company as we begin. Far along a quiet stretch of shoreline, the beach rests beneath the night sky. The moon hangs softly above the water, casting pale light across the sand. Waves arrive slowly, touching the shore, then easing back again. Their rhythm is steady, patient, unhurried. The air smells faintly of salt, mixed with cool scent of the ocean breeze. Somewhere beyond the dunes, tall grasses rustle quietly. Sea oats sway gently in the wind. Their slender stems bend softly back and forth. The sound is quiet, almost like a whisper moving across the sand. At first glance, the beach appears still, peaceful, undisturbed, but beneath the surface of the sand, life is quietly waiting. For millions of years, sea turtles have followed the rhythms of the ocean. Long before cities existed, long before lights lined the shore, they traveled across vast waters, guided by currents, guided by instinct, guided by something deep within them. They move through warm tropical seas, through wide stretches of ocean, across distances that seem almost unimaginable. Some drift slowly with powerful ocean currents. Others swim through calm water, their large flippers moving in wide, steady motions. They pass coral reefs alive with fish. They cross open horizons where the sun during the day and beneath the quiet moon at night. And yet, every nesting season, many of them return to shore, return to sand, return to the beaches where their own journeys once began. Beyond the waves, far from the shoreline, a large sea turtle moves slowly through the water. The ocean around her is deep and calm. Moonlight filters through the surface above. Silver light drifting down into the water. Her flippers move in wide, steady strokes. Each movement pushes water behind her. She has traveled many miles to reach this coast. Perhaps hundreds, perhaps thousands. Yet something within her recognizes this place, not as a memory in the way humans remember, but as something quieter, something deeper. Scientists believe sea turtles are able to sense the Earth's magnetic field, an invisible force surrounding the planet, a natural map written into the fabric of the world. Years earlier, when she first crossed the beach as a hatchling, she may have sensed this magnetic pattern, a quiet imprint, a memory written into instinct. Now, after years traveling through the ocean, that invisible map guides her home across vast waters, across long distances, back toward the shoreline where her life began. Ahead of her, the water slowly begins to grow lighter. The sandy ocean floor rises gently toward the shore. The coastline waits quietly in the distance. Gradually, the water becomes lighter. The sandy bottom becomes visible beneath the waves. A school of mullet moves through the shallows. Silver bodies turning quickly in the current. The turtle reaches the shoreline. A gentle wave lifts her body, pulling her slowly toward the sand. Another wave follows, and quietly she is lifted onto the beach. For a moment, the sea turtle rests. Her body settles into the warm sand. Behind her, the ocean continues its steady rhythm. Then she begins climbing the beach. Each movement of her large flippers presses into the sand. Her body shifts forward slowly, leaving wild trails behind her. The sand moves beneath her weight. Grains sliding softly with each movement. The journey across the beach is not quick, but it is steady. She continues climbing, moving higher above the tide line. Each push of her flippers moves her forward a little farther. Somewhere along the shoreline, a ghost crab scurries quietly across the sand. Sandpipers run along the water's edge. The night remains calm. Eventually, the sea turtle reaches a place high above the tide. A place where the ocean will not reach. Here, she begins to dig. Her back flippers scoop sand aside. Grains scatter softly in the moonlight. The hole grows deeper. Cooler sand appears beneath the surface, protected from wind, protected from waves, protected from the shifting tides. When the nest is ready, she begins laying her eggs. Small white eggs fall gently into the chamber. One by one, each one carrying the beginning of a new life. Dozens of eggs fill the nest. Tiny beginnings hidden beneath the sand. When she has finished, the mother sea turtle carefully covers the nest. Sand falls softly over the eggs. She smooths the beach until the nest disappears. Soon, there is no sign that anything lies beneath the surface. And quietly, she returns to the ocean. The waves welcome her back. The warmth of the beach settles around the nest. Sunlight during the day warms the sand above. Cooler air drifts across the surface at night. The temperature of the sand quietly shapes the future. Warmer sand often produces more female hatchlings. Cooler sand produces more males. The beach itself participates in the story. Days pass, and more days, then weeks. Waves arrive and recede. Clouds drift slowly across the sky. Ghost crabs wander along the shoreline. Sea oats bend gently in the wind. Above the nests, life continues as usual. Below the sand, life slowly forms. Inside each shell, a tiny sea turtle begins to grow. Small flippers take shape. Rounded shells slowly develop. Eyes wait quietly in darkness. Protected by the sand, the hatchlings grow. Weeks pass. The beach becomes a quiet nursery, hidden beneath the surface. One evening, deep beneath the sand, something begins to change. Tiny movements stir inside the nest. A shell cracks open, then another, then another. Soon, dozens of hatchlings are moving together. Small flippers push gently against the sand. Grain shifts slowly above them. A soft, rustling sound fills the nest. Together, the hatchlings push upward, working as a group, rising slowly through layers of sand. Above them, the night sky grows darker. The beach becomes quiet. The air goals. At last, a small opening appears in the sand. The first hatchling emerges. Tiny sea turtles scatter across the beach. Small flippers, soft shells, bright eyes reflecting moonlight. They pause briefly, orienting themselves. Instinct guides them. They move toward the brightest horizon, where moonlight reflects across the ocean. Their journey is small, yet enormous. Each movement pushes them forward. Grains of sand shift beneath their flippers. Small trails appear behind them. Sanderlings run along the shoreline. Laughing gulls call softly above the water. Beyond the waves, small fish move through the surf. The hatchlings continue, step by step, closer to the sea. The sounds of waves grow louder. The scent of salt fills the air. The first sea turtle reaches the edge of the water. A gentle wave rises, touches the sand, and carries the hatchling forward into the wide ocean. Soon, others follow. One by one, they disappear beneath the waves. The beach grows quiet again. The tide continues its steady rhythm. Tiny tracks remain in the sand until wind and waves soften them. Far out in the ocean, the hatchlings begin their long journey. Years will pass. They will travel great distances, cross vast waters, grow strong beneath the sun and sea. And one day, when the time is right, some of them will return, guided once again by the quiet map of the earth, back to the beaches where their story began, returning to the sand, returning to the moonlight shore, each rests quietly beneath the stars. Waves continue their rhythm. Sea oats sway gently in the wind. And somewhere beyond the horizon, tiny sea turtles swim through the wide ocean, their long journey only beginning. For now, this quiet shoreline, this steady rhythm is enough. And now we'll let this story rest. There's nothing you need to carry with you, nothing to remember, nothing to finish. You can allow these words to fade naturally, like dimming light at the end of the day. If sleep comes, you're welcome to follow it. And if you're still awake, you can remain here quietly, listening, resting until you're ready. Thank you for spending this moment with me.